Move to item 4, which is an action to accept the annual report by the San Mateo County Youth Commission. I'm sponsoring this item. The San Mateo County Youth Commission is an advisory commission to the San Mateo County Board of Supervisors, established in 1993 to address youth needs in the county and to provide youth voices in local government. And I'm proud to serve as its liaison to the Board of Supervisors. In the FY 24-25 term, the commission had 24 members between the ages of 13 and 21 who reside in San Mateo County. These 24 outstanding youth reside throughout the county with representatives from all 5 supervisorial districts. In addition to serving on the Youth Commission, many of these commissioners serve as youth liaisons to other county boards and commissions, providing youth perspective and insight on a broad range of issues. Staffing the Youth Commission are John Allen, Senior Management Analyst, and Helen Lay, Management Analyst from our Budget Performance and Policy Office in the county's Executive Office. Today, our Chair, Noor Chowdhury, a senior at San Mateo High School, will be presenting the FY 24-25 Youth Commission Annual Report and may be joined by Vice Chair Cassidy Watson, a senior at Sequoia High School. Thank you so much.
Good morning. My name is Noor Chowdhury, and I was the chair for the 2024 to 2025 term. Unfortunately, my vice chair, Cassidy, could not be with us today as she's under the weather, but I'm honored to have the pleasure of presenting our annual report to you today. So this year, oh yeah, next slide's good.
You have a clicker right there.
Oh, perfect. Oh, okay. This year we had 6 ad hoc subcommittees. 5 of them stayed on from previous terms, and those ones were civic engagement, educational equity, environmental justice, health and wellness, and immigrant youth. The new one that we added during our retreat in August was community equity, and we were all really excited to have that new addition on our commission. So yeah, as President Canepa stated, a lot of our youth commissioners are liaisons to various boards and commissions in the county. Here are the boards and commissions that we worked with this year. Those were the Behavioral Health Commission, the Commission on the Status of Women, the Parks Commission, the San Mateo County Board of Education, First 5, the Commission on Aging, and the Commission on Disabilities. So now I will give an overview of what each subcommittee did. To start off, I have civic engagement. They focused on 2 projects this year, number 1 being a diversity series on Instagram, and the second one being civic education pamphlets. So the point of the diversity series was to highlight the diverse leadership of the county. They essentially reached out to individuals that they wanted to highlight, and if they received a response, they used that information in their spotlights. And if not, they used publicly available information in order to craft what they would post on the Instagram. The second project was civic engagement pamphlets. And the problem here was that our subcommittee noticed that youth don't receive enough education about voting in local government. And so they developed educational pamphlets intended for teenagers. This includes information such as positions that we vote for, as well as how to vote. And these pamphlets were distributed to schools and public spaces. They printed over 200 pamphlets this year and have plans to increase their distribution efforts next year. Now to move on to community equity, which is our new subcommittee. They worked on 3 main projects this year. The first one was their necessities drive, where they worked with Safe Harbor Samaritan House in South San Francisco, and they collected resources for unhoused individuals. So these resources ranged from things such as hygiene products to warm clothing to even board games. And then they worked on 2 resolutions. Both of these resolutions will be presented in the FY 2025 to 2026 legislative term. The first resolution was regarding nitrous oxide, and they drafted this in order to remove nitrous oxide from smoke shops, raise the legal age of nitrous oxide to 21, and require more credentials for the sale of nitrous oxide in order to make the community a little bit safer. The second resolution that they worked on was the teen dating violence resolution. And this had a goal of education on the issue of teen dating violence, spreading awareness, and creating legislative change. Next up, we have educational equity. They focused on one major project this year, which was regarding career exploration. They noticed that youth have less career exploration opportunities in underserved areas of the county, and also that students in our county want and need career resources. So they decided to hold 2 virtual events, which encompassed a total of 11 speakers, and shared recordings with schools on the San Mateo County website, because though they got turnout, they wanted to make sure that these important speakers could reach even more audiences. The speakers ranged from people in pediatric occupational therapy to people working on AI cancer care to bakery owners. Our subcommittee wanted to be able to reach as many sorts of careers that they could, and so they were really successful in their outreach to those leaders in our county. Okay, next we have environmental justice, and they focused on 2 main projects this year. The first was their environmental career exploration, in which they planned a 3-day program for youth to spend time in nature, learn hands-on about environmental careers, and network with professionals. They did all the setup for this event, and due to lack of response, we're not able to hold this event this year, but luckily, given the great foundation that they set up this term, all they have to focus on next term is just outreach to youth in our county, because their program that they put together is a really great one, and honestly, I think I would join it if I could, so yeah. And then the second one that they worked on was the plastic water bottle resolution, which builds on their resolution last year to end the sale of and the use of plasticware in San Mateo Union High School in the San Mateo Union High School District. Last year, they worked on removing all plastic utensils in the schools, and this year they realized that even though they removed plastic foodware, they weren't able to fully take out all plastic in the schools, and so they worked on passing a resolution to end the sale of plastic water bottles in the district. They received over 1,250 petition signatures, and through this, they're prioritizing reusability and sustainable single-use bottles. So next we have our Health and Wellness Subcommittee, who worked on 3 main projects this year. The first was mental health directories, and these directories include tips and resources about anxiety, stress, relationships, and health, both mental and physical. They were able to print these directories out and distribute them to 7 libraries in the county, and will be working more on their distribution efforts next term. They also have an ongoing project called Mental Health Messages, where they raise awareness about health-related resources and tips through the Youth Commission Instagram. These messages have proved really important in the past. They feature things such as how to deal with stress for finals or working with friends on solutions. And then the final project that they worked on was an Art as Healing workshop. So they designed this to help youth explore and manage stress through accessible art-based activities and focus on the therapeutic power of art. Okay, finally for our subcommittees, we have immigrant youth. So immigrant youth worked on 3 main projects this year. The first was a very long-running project called the Immigrant Youth Scholarship, which awards 5 $1,000 scholarships to immigrant youth in our county. This scholarship and the recipients are determined by applications that the Immigrant Youth Subcommittee writes up every single year, and the scholarship is available to youth in our county pursuing higher education, so anyone from 12th grade to 25 years old. Next, they worked on the community directory, which is a multi-page pamphlet. This year they focused on 3 cities, San Bruno, San Mateo, and Redwood City. These pamphlets provide information for new students and families, such as restaurants that take EBT, local public transportation routes, and local sports organizations for youth. we try to cover every single sort of resource that a person new to the area might want or need. Finally, the Immigrant Youth Subcommittee continued with their distribution of red cards, which has been going on for a few years now. This year, they decided to distribute it to recreation centers and libraries. In the past, they distributed to community colleges and high schools. And this year, they aim to target areas with high populations of immigrants. Okay, last up, we have some information about our communications officers. So they focused on two main goals this year: school visits and community engagement. So for school visits, they reached out to schools in the county that historically have less participation with the San Mateo County Youth Commission, and they were able to outreach to Terra Nova during their lunch hour and table there. They're also creating media for outreach to schools. So this would be a comprehensive video that could be sent out to schools to inform students of the work that the Youth Commission does and how to join. And then finally, they worked a lot with community engagement. They kept the community informed with Youth Commission updates through our Instagram, and they also developed a newsletter this year that is open to everyone who wants to sign up. And they distribute quarterly newsletters to those on the email list. Finally, they grew our Instagram and did outreach at events throughout the county. In summary, I'd like to say that the Youth Commission had a really great year this year. We added a new subcommittee. We worked on multiple new projects. We drafted resolutions, and we expanded our reach even further than before. All of the work that we had done would not be possible without John Allen and Helen Lay. They worked tirelessly to help us answer every single question that we had, provided resources that we didn't even know were available. And then I would also like to say thank you to the Board of Supervisors for continuing to support youth issues in our county. Thank you so much.
That was awesome. Great
Thank
job.
you.
Are there any questions? Any comments? Yeah.
All I can say is wow. I am so impressed, as I'm sure my colleagues are, with what you have accomplished. And this nitrous oxide issue is one that should be taken to one of our state legislators to make sure that we have a state law that would prohibit nitrous oxide to be sold to youth. And then the water bottle issue, have you taken it before the school board to see if they would ban them?
Yeah, it was passed for the San Mateo Union High School District.
By the school board?
Yeah.
Great. Well, I mean, just an outstanding presentation. Congratulations. And your speaking ability is remarkable.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That means a lot.
Are there any other comments? Okay. Do we have any public comment?
Thank you, Mr. President. No speakers from chamber, so Madam Clerk, please proceed.
Those on Zoom, please click raise hand for the annual report by the Youth Commission, item 4. No hands raised, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Supervisor Spear, would you like to make a motion to accept the annual report by the San Mateo County Youth Commission?
I make that motion enthusiastically.
All right. Is there a second? Roll call, please.
Sure, Supervisor Spear. Thank you, Supervisor Mueller.
Yes.
Supervisor Gaucher
Yes.
and President Canepa.
Yes, and
Thank you.
Nora, just on a personal note, I just thank you for the commission and what you've done, especially on the committee structures, and not only moving policy, which I think is important, but really moving outreach. We really appreciate it. So thank you for you and the Youth Commission's efforts. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay. We next have